Next, please welcome the presentation of Nguyễn Đức Anh from class 10B.
So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nguyễn Đức Anh, and I'm currently studying at Minh Trí High School, and I'm from class 10B. So because I'm in grade 10th right now, I'm probably 15. Yeah, so I'm turning 16 in 1 month. And today I'd like to, make a presentation about cultures of ethnic groups and regions in Vietnam and around the world. So today I'd like to dive down into a specific ethnicity in Vietnam, which is Hmong. If you have seen this handbag before, you could have already guessed it. So the Hmong is considered one of 54, one of 54 ethnicities in Vietnam, and it stands out for its language, its clothing, the outfits, and its embroidery. So one of the most important parts about the cultures of the Hmong is their language. Obviously they have their own language and stuff, but have you known that their language is actually related to, the Chinese or the Tibet? Yeah, so as I said, they have their own language, but most of the Hmong can, speak Vietnamese. But having their own language, it adds a sense of identities, and it really makes their traditions feel alive. So moving over to one thing that I think arguably the most striking thing about the Hmong culture is their clothing. So their clothing, in their culture, women they are often seen with some really colorful and beautiful clothing, and the embroidery are really detailed. And then they will also wear some kind of silver jewelry, which is said to bring good luck or good fortune. And moving on to the embroidery itself, I've brought an example here. It's a handbag, and the embroidery itself, the Hmong embroidery, it is a kind of vibrant and intricate textile art, which is deeply connected to their cultures and traditions. So you can realize the Hmong embroidery by some features, such as some kind of geometric patterns, if you can see here. And bright colors, green and red and purple and such. So that's and you can also tell it is from Hmong by looking at some symbolic motifs. And so this embroidery tells really much about a person's age, their marital status, and the village that they are living in. Pardon. And moving on to another part is, this is something that they have in common with most of the ethnicities in Vietnam, is that they are mostly farmers. The Hmong are mostly farmers. And since they're farmers, they grow crops like rice and corn and vegetables on steep hillsides. So they often call that terraced fields. And they also keep some animals, like chickens and pigs, as to increase their food income. Yeah, so to conclude the presentation, the Hmong culture is really fantastic, unique, and amazing. So, their clothing, their customs and such, and farming practices, it adds a variety to, Vietnamese people as a whole, and it plays a really big part in the Hmong people's lives. That concludes it all. So, do you have any questions?
Now may I invite the examiners to ask the question to the contestant.
Well done, Đức Anh. Congratulations. And here are the questions for you. The first one, you mentioned in your presentation that silver is believed to bring good fortune to the Hmong people, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So why not gold but silver? Because everybody knows that gold is much more expensive than silver.
The point is, being more expensive, does not means that it is valuable to someone than something. I've done some research, and it said that the Hmong people look at silver jewelry as a sign of good fortune because of the color, and it is also because of the rarity. Because, as you know, like gold is more uncommon than like silver, right? So by using silver, they can actually make product out of those without putting in much work to find the material, if you get what I mean.
Okay. And the next question is, if we have a 7-day trip to the village where the Hmong people live, what can we do there to live among them and learn from their culture?
I think you just go them and talk with them and participate in their everyday lives, because even though their everyday lives seems just normal to us, but there's many culture behind it. So I think we can learn from observing and listening to the Hmong people, the way they talk and the way they do things, and the kind of activities they are doing in their lives.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Great job on your presentation. Thank you.